Hello and welcome to Anno 1800. I'm MJ86 and we're on episode 2 of my Let's Play. So in this episode, we left off rather on the first episode where we were just going to do a escort mission with Beryl over here. So we'll quickly start this one, just to get some cheap credits. We'll just follow that. That should be okay to just carry on and escort that as we go, so that's fine. I can kind of ignore you whilst that's going on. So we had two small colonies. We've got this one here, which is our main colony for now, and the second one here, which we're just kind of setting up. We managed to get it to a positive balance, so I'm going to kind of just ignore this for the time being, let it do what it wants to do. I'm not going to need to look into much about worrying about what's going to happen, because I don't have anything more to worry about other than the fire right now, and that is being covered, so that's happy. Everyone's happy on this little island, so that's fantastic. We'll leave that for now. I may have said on the first video, but the reason why I wanted to grab this island was because the AI will go around and they will take everything if you don't actually take things yourself. So it's a very good idea to try and take a couple of islands at the very first beginning of the game, as soon as you can, just to try and fulfill all of these fertilities. There are ways to unlock fertilities on the other islands that you have, but generally speaking, it's better if you can get a couple of islands, especially the bigger ones where you can get more money through your taxes and what have you, by having a bigger population on that island. This popped up as a battle, you can see by here. As soon as HMS Solo finishes destroying this thing, they will carry on escorting the ship. Now, sometimes when you destroy ships, they will drop some loot. That one obviously didn't, so that's fine, so might just be worth keeping an eye on things like that. One of the questions I had on my last video was, why did I place my schnapps up here?
There aren't enough of us.
Now, what I probably didn't explain was the industries that you create to support your population, they do not need to be near your population. So whilst I have my sheep farms and I have my framework knitters here providing clothes, they don't actually need to be next to these guys. These guys will get the your civilians, your population will pick up the resources as if by magic through a warehouse that could be on the other side of the island. It doesn't matter where that is. The main point is, as long as you've got your resources going into a warehouse, they will get it. So I put this up here and out the way because I felt that that would be a nice little area to pop it. It's out of the way, it doesn't encroach too much on what I want to use for my housing. Yeah, and it kind of just felt right. I'm probably going to go aesthetically as I move on. I'm going to move this into more of a industrial port, so these are going to move, the lumber. That's going to definitely move. And I'll probably move these things too. We're going to go with probably, I'm thinking maybe terraced houses here with of this type, the workers. It kind of fits that kind of theme, and I'll get like a bit of industry going around here. So that's my plan. Now, in addition to this region here, there are extra regions. We'll unlock them as we go, and I'll show you how that works with each of those. There's the newest one with the last DLC, that will also be in there. So I've not even witnessed that yet, and I've not actually looked at what the functions are. But yeah, that'll be quite interesting. So we'll learn as we go together. Let me just kill this guy. That's fine, we'll carry on doing that. Right, so let's move straight into it. So first and foremostly, what is going on here? So everybody is complaining about something. There's an insufficient workforce. Now you can see that also, not only by that icon, but up here. So as you go on, all the different workforces will move along here. I think there are 5 tiers. I could be wrong here off the top of my head. And as you unlock them, they appear up here as well. So I've got an excess of these guys, and I don't have enough of these. So I need more farmers. So going along with my thinking of my aesthetics, I could start making my farms appear, because that would kind of go with all this farmland area that I'm going for. However, for the time being, just because that's going to cost us more money, through the certain buildings. I'm going to just add to this stuff here, just for the time being. What I might do actually is I might try and kind of work out where my terraced streets are going to be. So if I just kind of... I mean, obviously, if you guys are playing this for the first time or what have you, you don't have to do any of this. You can make it look however you want. It doesn't have to look nice. I just happen to be a bit of a stickler for... I like things to look nice. But really and truthfully, you don't have to. You could just go for absolute, you know, this is the efficient way of doing it. That's how I'm going to do it. Okay, so we're going to have streets... let's do them back to back. Now, when you with this, I'm not going to want to make huge lines, because the problem will be trying to get things like this. So your fire service, it's not going to cover very well if you've got just two long lines here. The more intersections you have, the easier it'll go through and it'll do its job. Is this guy still? Yep, we're still escorting. Just keeping an eye on that. I've got that bound to the 1 key. You can do that by highlighting the unit, Control and 1, or Control and 2, and you notice the numbers change, Control and 3, etc., etc., as you would do in normal RTS games of this type or otherwise. So yeah, I'm just keeping an eye on this, seeing what they're doing.
Flagship commencing escort.
And then I'll move on to some of the other missions after that. Let's just double check I haven't got any of those. They want me to build a silo. Now, I can build a silo, but I haven't got any grain yet because that is a worker resource, which we will work on getting today. That's part of the bread. So with the Bright Harvest, they unlocked buildings that you could buy, which is the piggies. No, this is the silo. You can pop these on your farms, and then you feed that with grain. That will boost the production value of these buildings. Now, they've also added tractors to the other farms, such as the grain farm, but that needs oil, and oil is a resource that we will find much later on. So, I think I might just worry about efficiency in that to that level later on. So for now, I'm just gonna quickly just plan out some of my terraced houses. So this is probably not going to reach all of it. No, I've got a lack of cover for these houses here, which means at some point these are going to catch fire and I'm going to be in trouble because I'm not going to reach. So just for the time being, I'm going to chuck one here. Because I'm on easy mode, I can move these around at no cost.
Under attack.
Oh, we're under attack. By whom? I'm not going to let this guy just have at me. So your beginning ship is quite useful. Your starter ship. But as the game plays on, it'll get weaker and weaker. The gunboat is the weakest of the ships, but it can fire from the front, which is incredibly useful when you're chasing things. But as you go on, you unlock bigger, better ships. Off he goes. So, that's setting up there. Everyone seems to be relatively happy. We've now got our workforce. You are not happy.
No space left here.
Because there's no space left here. Right, so what we need to do here is have a little looky on what we're doing. So, we're back on this supply and demand for all our resources, which is useful to keep popping back and forth and having a look. On this island, I can quickly see that supply and demand for fish, we're okay. Okay. So they're happy. This island, however, I need more fishies, so that is a very important resource that I need to get sorted straight away. Luckily, I've got one blueprinted in, so I'll just build that and that will solve that problem. Easy. Next, now that's just popped up, and as the efficiency goes up, it'll go up as we go. So, my potatoes, they're 4 out of 6 because they're not running at peak efficiency. They need to be working a little bit more efficient. We'll work on that in a minute. Schnapps, so I need to build...
the nail on the noggin, yeah.
Fantastic, she's happy. So we need to build more schnapps. Now, schnapps we'll solve the potatoes and the schnapps together because they're part of the same supply chain. So let's build another one of these buildings. Now what you can do also is a good tip, you could either go in through here and try and find it through the menus, or you can right click, copy, and there you go. I've got my building. Now these things, these are farms. These will get access to the tractor, which will be quite cool. You can always increase the production of a industry through this here. So I can say I want my lumberjacks to, I want to up the percentage of how good they are. Change it. So now all of a sudden, if you go over to my lumberjacks,
Exhausting.
that's running up. Now this will annoy people over a period of time. So it's more of a short-term thing you can do. You can try and balance it out by placating the same population through other industries. So for example, they also do this, so I can drop that by 50, and then, oh look, they're fine. But that obviously means that
We're after
I'm
new
getting,
banners.
you know, these are just chilling out, and these are busting a gut. So I tend to not really play with it unless you're in really dire straits. But that is useful to know. Right, let's see what we can do with this guy here.
Coordinates plotted.
What do you want?
What I wouldn't give to get
Delivery
out
requests.
of a
These are
tiny
easy.
crack of
This
light.
guy will eventually start asking me to flipping heck. I say they're easy, but look, he's asked us after steel beams and bricks. We don't even make steel beams right now. Okay. That looks like we're going to have to quickly run ahead and try and make steel beams. Now, steel beams are a resource that we're going to have to look into anyway at some point soon. So I'm just trying to find... Right, that can go there. So we need iron mine. So not all of these nodes are the same thing. There's iron there. That's copper. Copper.
Check copy.
Limestone. You can also click on these to cycle through them. Is everyone happy? Everyone's happy. I'm quite happy with that. We don't want to edit it. If you wanted to, you can edit it and you can put things in there, but generally your population will get pretty annoyed if you start doing that, as I've said in my previous video. So we're not going to mess around with people. We don't particularly want to upset people right now. How far
Where
do
do we
should
take
reach
the
to about
stuff
there?
without a way?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to build a warehouse right in the middle there. Because that's what I want to do. Right, so I'm getting some lovely iron. Now I don't have coal, but I think I've got coal over here. So I could go for the option that is... Oh, in fact, I have to do the charcoal kilns, thinking of it. Later on you unlock a coal mine, but right now we're going to do a charcoal kiln, because that's all it's letting me do. So that's fine. So that's basically, it runs off the trees. They plant trees and then they burn them. That's fantastic. So, right, they'll do that. This is an industry building, so this is going to live down here. By the nature of this being there, it's going to start polluting the air. As you can see, things are all of a sudden a little bit smoggier. And that will be reflected, I think, in here. Yes, it is in here. I've got pollution. So you can see these things are making it undesirable. And we're also vulgar because we've got slaughterhouses and pig farms. Now, as long as we've got things propping these figures up, we're going to be okay. But generally speaking, if you want to have a nice little happy island of
Those who wish
sorts,
to grow
then
must themselves grow others.
you're going to want to try and keep those things on other islands. What do you want me to do? Collection quest,
There's
easy.
nothing like trying.
We'll do that. We're after some flotsam.
Coordinates plotted.
Right, we're after flotsam, and we want to come back to, I think it's this ship, isn't it? Or is it down here? Yeah, so down here. So by holding the shift key and then right clicking, this ship is going to go and collect, do what I said to do first. So it's going to go and collect that, and as soon as it collects it, it's going to come back and drop onto there. Useful tip because I can now walk away and leave him do what he's doing. And by clicking right next to this ship, it means that as soon as he lands right next to it, she's going to tell me, oh, you've handed in the quest, that's great. So now I don't need to worry about that. Obviously, as we go on, we might have an issue with the enemy, which we will see more about soon. So they're quite aggressive. Beryl is horrible. Look, you can see she's got guns and stuff already. She's got shipyard. The AI does cheat, I'm afraid. So be prepared for that. They do cheat. The pirates will get more and more angsty. They'll be a pain in the backside at some point. So we're going to need to prepare for war. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a shipyard, which is going to build some, well, ships, I guess. Again, I'm being fiddly because because I want things to look pretty. So shipyard is going to go there. Now you need this to go here. So in fact, this can go there. So I've now unlocked the ability to build ships. So we've got schooners. These are just your small cargo ships. I'll make use of that to go to my second island. Gunboats, that's what we've been fighting on the escort mission. Frigates, they're a better version than what we've been fighting. I think Beryl had one down here.
If you want to get ahead, keep on them.
That's a frigate. Then we've got clippers. They are larger cargo ships. And then ship of the line. These are, until we reach the industrial age, these are the monsters of the sea. Okay.
Your artistry has borne fruit.
There you go.
A mind as fine
Thank
as
you very
jade.
much. That was nice and easy. Let's
On
get
our
down
way.
to him. What do you want to give me?
Look in my eyes.
You don't have to do these quests,
Please. I do
but
have
being
a
as they're
pocket
easy
watch.
to do,
Here's my...
I might as well get them done now, and I might as well get the profits that I can get whilst I can get them. They're also very good for increasing your reputation with these people.
We each hold a tiny
This lady
world in this dream.
and this guy, they're going to be
Never
pretty
knew
easy to
that was
placate
there
and be
until
friendly
now.
with anyway. But all the same, it's always a good idea to try and make friends where you can. We'll touch on that a little bit more as we go. But right now, we want to make sure that we've got guns. So, just because I want it to make us look a little bit prettier, you're going to go there, and then we're going to build this big gun there. This is just a depot. You can put them in the sea if you want. The same as the guns, you can pop them wherever you want. There are quite a few things you can do. This is a Harbour Master's office where you put buffs for... You'll get buffs as you go for your various bits and bobs that you would put around your harbour. Anyway, these are blueprints as we went through before. Now, I'm not going to have... This is brickwork, so I'm probably waiting for bricks because my bricks start building them very quickly. This
Has my ship
needs
finally come in?
iron or steel, and it needs guns. I'm not making either of those two things just yet.
I was fairly sure you'd die doing that.
Yeah, so this is making my steel. I need to get that into another form though before I can hand that off. It looks like it's almost time for somebody to be evicted, I think. Right, let's get this guy out of the way, because you're just in my way. Over here. So you can now live over here. Again, doesn't matter where I place them, they can go wherever. They don't have to be next to the industries, because what's going to happen is the logs are going to go straight into one of the warehouses, and then they're going to turn up. This is going to just grab it straight from this warehouse. The warehouses are all connected through some weird Victorian form of teleportation, which we've obviously forgotten about since. Right, okay, so I'm just going to move you out of the way so I can move you here, so then I can pop you here. Now,
Maybe 3.
that's quite a bit of space that I've used up, so I can make this look a little bit nicer, or not as nice, rather. Again, this is stuff that you really don't need to do, and I probably should be spending my time concentrating on something else, because no doubt the AI is going to come along and just do something horrible to me. I'm just populating them with a load of stuff.
Stand back, I would. Looks like the tubes need a run.
Just make things look a little bit more, I don't know, like it belongs. That's kind of made me think of something, but never mind. Right, okay, so where are we now? We're going to need sails for these ships. Any ship we want to do, we need to make sails. We're going to need guns for the ships with guns. That's kind of obvious, but we're going to need sails either way. So, sails use the same stuff that come from the sheepies. Now we're chipping into resources that are being used by these things. So this is where you're going to kind of be careful of what you're doing. Now we'll pop them there for the time being. I might move you at some point in the future. Right, steel beams. We need to make steel beams. We haven't got enough bricks to make the beams. What's going on with the brickworks? You're on 100%. Right, let's have a look at the... No, we don't want to do that. We want to look at... So, I've got a supply of 2 and a demand of 1. And the bricks have got a supply of 1. And no demand because it's a construction resource, so there won't be a demand on these things. So this is suggesting that I can have another one of these, so let's do that to speed up. Let's do this. And then what should happen is it should be... There we go. So once that runs up to 100%, that'll be 2 out of 2. And that would make this 2 and 2. 2 and 2. So, that's great. That's going to get things moving. In that respect, let's have a look at our industry over here. So, okay, so we've got an iron mine, which is supplying 4, and its demand is 2. So we know that the steel plant that we've got is only using 2 of the 4 that this is created. However, it's using both the full resources of the coal thing. So the whatever the coal thing is, I've forgotten what it's called, that's obviously half the efficiency of this thing. Now I can bump that up, or I can build another. And that would make this more efficient. It would make that 4 and 4. So, I might do that. I might just bump this up. So now this population isn't overly happy, but...
Day full of day of dreary drudge.
Maybe now is not the greatest. So you can see in their happiness, they're not happy there with that. But they're happy with these things. So this is where island peace means I'm not under attack by anything. We're not at war, so they're happy. Luxuries, so that's going to be your schnapps and your pub. Once I build these 2 things, they're going to get even happier. News, that means nothing terribly is being brought up in the news. And pollution, I've not got a huge amount of pollution, so they're kind of happy. Just you wait until I put this down. That might change your opinion. It's gone down 1, so it's not the end of the world. Right, let's see how this fares with what we're producing. Looks like oh, we haven't got enough staff.
We put our love into this.
Right, okay. Right, let's have some of my terraced houses. They're not happy. No one's ever happy. Just build some more houses for farmers to live in, just for the time being. Again, I'll change how a lot of this looks at some point down the future. One of our future episodes, once the island is kind of up and running. Let's speed things along because I need wood. Right, now this is going at full pelt. That's only using 1. So we've increased our productivity. Nah, do you know what? I'm probably better off making another coal thumper thing. Okay, I'll make another one of those to turn this into to supply this to 2 and 2, and I'll make those guys work harder. Ooh, you are not happy with that at all.
Stand to attention for the boss.
You are not happy with that. Okay, they're still content, so it's fine. But they're going to need placating kind of soon, so let's get this going.
Coordinates plotted.
As you can see down here, we've got lots of
She
stuff
may
going
look.
on. It's difficult. I thought that was pirates, but it wasn't. It's because she's pink and these are
Rudder!
not pink, but you know, red. Okay, so got me houses. Let's try and progress my nation as we go. So we're trying to fulfill 9 and 8. So we're kind of getting there actually. So you can come back.
Deadman!
You can come back and look at that. So these guys are not happy. Oh, that music means something is happening. Tell you what, I'm going to take your flotsam. Thanks for destroying that. And then we'll go back. Right, police station. I'm going to need to put this down because people are going to start getting cheesed off. That kind of covers everything that I wanted to cover, I think. Kind of doesn't, but...
With a lark this morning, I was.
Police station will placate the masses. Probably going to need to move this further down to get my terrace houses. Or maybe I'll do terrace houses up to this point and then all this will be industry. Ah, I could do that. What's up with you? Too many people are using you, aren't they? Why don't they use this thing?
It's like a prison here.
What did you get? Oh, I got guns. Lovely. Okay, we'll keep that. And we're going to trade. So transfer, not trade, rather transfer items from one to the other. What do I need? 8 and 9. 8 bricks, 9 steel. Wrong button. Let's just wait for these two to come through. 1, 2.
Sails!
Sails. 7 minutes to get into this guy. 9, that's fine. Right, so we'll go and take that. It's worth noting that the more stuff that's in a ship, the slower it goes. This ship is unique in the sense that it's
Attention
a hybrid
for the
between
Admiral.
a wind and a engine, so it doesn't really make a difference to it. That's what these arrows are here on for. They're for the wind. So that will come into play when we've got things like a schooner, well, any of these ships really. Oh, we've got a fire.
Nature's rights in and all.
Let's mobilize these guys just to give a little helping hand. Right, we're going to want to start making something. So let's start making something. We're going to need a church. If I'm looking for somewhere to do this. This kind of goes against the aesthetic here, but churchy. It's going to go in here. Maybe I'll pop churchy. Nah, we'll keep churchy there. I could have
Coming, please.
some houses.
So, a law abider.
That's me. What does she want?
Are you permitted to serve one such as I?
Collection quest.
Chill already thaws.
I
Ordnance
got to pick
spotted.
something up here, so I'll go and sit by there and wait for them to give that to me.
You'll make a killing on this, I promise. Got to do what we can to get by.
Huh. I wonder if that's the same thing. Right. Eventually this is probably going to be part of my cityscape. This is more industrial. I don't want industrial stuff further in town. Right, so I'll build that at some point. That's going to make them happier. We've got this being made. Let's just start making sails. Sails don't need to be next to here, so for the time being, let's just get them out of the way. I did say I was going to get another one of these, didn't I? Let's get one of these. 100% efficiency. if I
My
pop it there.
regulars report good things. Such a thrill when it pays off.
Sails!
Phew, I gotta be careful with this one because it's gonna take me right next to the pirates. Okay. So in order to get these to the
Ordnance
next level,
complaints.
which is really what we want to do right now, I'm going to need to have the church, I'm going to need to make some beer, and I'm going to need to make some bread and some soap and pop the school down. So I can do soap is made out of piggies. So I've already got pig farms. They seem to be working as we need them to be right now. So let's go ahead and have one of you and one of you. Probably going to start overloading this warehouse if I haven't already. So I'll need to upgrade it at some point. So that will do that
One
for now.
final look.
Just make another pig farm. Okay. So they're not happy about that, but I've got this which will completely nullify that
It
one,
is
and
immoral.
they're happy. She's not happy because I'm making people work more.
It's a surprise inspection.
Frankly, it's got
There's a
nothing to do
rat
with it.
in your laundry.
Damn right there is. So.
Has autumn's harvest come?
Yes, it sure
Rain.
has.
After the long drought.
Right, we're going to want to come down
On
to
our way.
here, down to here, and then down to there, which goes to our mission. Okay, so. I've got soap, I'm starting to make that up. I need to make some bread. Let's just make some bread. So, I'm going to need some grain. Now, this stuff takes up a lot of space, but it's also going to be very important as we go on, because this is going to fuel a lot of our silos. I don't think I've got fertility over here. I could start looking to make this one an island. In fact, that's not a bad idea. Because that's got that I'll need that at some point. Furs, I don't have. Oh, I've got furs. I'm just looking quickly to see what I'll benefit from. No doubt I'll forget something. Grapes. Grapes would be nice. If I could have something with grapes on it. I mean, that would probably do it. I don't want to go too far from my main island, because the further obviously your ships are travelling, the more at risk they are of being attacked by like pirates and by Beryl, because no doubt she's going to be annoying later on. That does look like a nice island though, because it's got both grain and grapes. Copper, gold, iron. Mind you, this has got a lot of these things in it. It's got zinc. I don't think I've got zinc. Yeah, I do. I'll think about that. Okay, so let's do a soap factory. Might as well build the slaughterhouse whilst we're at it as well, because that is no doubt getting to a point where we need some more.
Gorgeous!
Our patience is running thin.
Alright, he's unhappy, he is. Very unhappy, but that's fine, because I'll tell you for why. He's got all the sausage he wants. Bread. He wants some bread to put his sausage in. That's his problem. That's why he's angry. He wants to have a sausage sandwich and he can't have it. That's fine. We'll help him make a sausage sandwich now. Right, we're going to need one of you, and we're going to need a...
I'll do.
So these farms, I'm going to want to have... Oh! I thought they were only bigger than that. For some reason. These are the ones I'm gonna want to attach the tractors to when I can unlock them, because they're quite important. I'm messing around with this, but to be fair,
Ship
I'm going to
under
need to
attack.
mess around at some point. Oh. Oh, these are things that are obviously trying to...
You're asking for that.
Ah!
None of that
We're going down!
laying down bars.
No! Oh my goodness me. She wants a ceasefire for now. She's
Play
not having
that
that.
blunder.
Coordinates
That
plotted.
shady job.
Oh my goodness me.
You are careful.
I'm careful. Are you sure? Look at that.
Oh, me little lucky charm.
Okay. Because it's damaged, it'll also go a little bit slower. Oh, I got a cap.
Coordinates plotted.
Some sales, right. Let's get the hell out of here. So the health will regenerate over time. It's a mess, that. That was just lucky. I'm lucky I used one of these things. Firebombs. Right. Back to the bread. So the soap, so they got soap coming through. What's up with you? You've not got enough tallow coming through. Why is that? I think the tallow, I think you need 2 tallow places to 1 soap, if I'm correct. Yes! There's a 2 demand and you're supplying of 1. So let's get a tallow thingy. You're complaining because there's not enough pigs. So where's my pigs? I need another 2 farms by the looks of it. If I can use this.
Stand back, I would. Looks like the tubes need a flush.
You're a cunning one.
Been called worse. I'm gonna look at making
Proper job.
this a little more efficient.
I had a job on 15 hours.
Oh, there we go. So I've got some grain popped into my silo. And as you can see already, compared to this one, the efficiency is going up because it's using the grain. It's worth noting, if you're worried about how things look, by the way, that if you want to change how this is, you can go, oh, okay, let's change what kind of field I'm using. If you're really that bothered by it. I'm bothered by how that is sitting. I don't like the fact that it's just a weird farm field on its own. Ah, leave it alone, leave it alone. Right, okay, so let's move over to, so we've got our wheat. Quill wheaten is coming through. Now we're going to need to have a flour mill. I'm probably going to end up building a lot of the wheat. But, yeah, we'll just stick this here. I'm trying not to go back into this big square because I know I want to use that at some point for my housing. Pretty sure I think is it one of these does 2 of these or vice versa. We'll find out. As you can see, my health has improved as I've come on the journey. And we're just going to drop these off. We don't want them. And what does he do? Damage into buildings and minus 5% damage from ships. Okay. Let's do that. We don't really want to be shot much, and I'm not going to be using that for a lot of combat. So. Oh, we got a riot. That's what that music's for. Police are already dealing with it. Let's send another bunch. They are raiding. Because they ain't happy. And that's because of this.
We've only a skeletal work gang.
Got enough stuff. Alright.
Workforce shortage. Workforce shortage.
Yeah, I'm working on it, matey. I think it's time for Mr. Jack of Lumber to move. It's a little bit too far, but I might be able to piggyback off that maybe.
We're all bullet!
It's literally just too short. Okay. Let's move you over one. Be going that way. That's cool because that means I don't have to get involved in that too much. Right.
You want to know how I feel?
Yeah, I do actually. I think. Maybe not. Right, let's look at our productivity, and we're going to look at... Okay, so... Soap is cool, tallow is cool. Oh, we need some beer. Bread is kind of okay. So I can make another bakery to cover that. So we'll do that. Let's make another bakery. I need a lot more people. Look at that face.
I doff my
And
cap
she's
to
just
ya.
chilling, living life. Oh, I seem to be having an issue with the work clothes.
We put our love into this.
What's the problem with your work clothes? Right, I need to make another one. Later down the line, you can improve other industry, so things like this through electrification. That will come a little bit later. Which is why I'm kind of making an industry area over here as a hobby, because I'll put a power station somewhere by here and it'll boost my efficiency. Right, I'm just letting this guy heal up before I start worrying about other missions right now, because
When do we
took a
start
bit of a
again?
beating. Just have a look again at what we're doing. So 6 and 6, that'll even itself out again. Although, this is a problem here. We need more sheep farms. There's one I made earlier. Oh, you've got those, so you need to be made
Start
active.
again?
I like how the fields all meld into one.
Something for all
It's a new thing they've
seasons.
got on this game. In the previous games, they would just be, you know, you could quite clearly see the like the fence would be here, it would be defined. So it's quite a cool little touch. Makes things look a little bit more organic. Right, let's move this guy to here. Well, I was gonna do something. Make the path a little bit tighter, but for now I'm just gonna... do that, make it look a little bit nicer. Happy little well. I kind of feel like you need to be looking the other way. Yeah, that'll do. I'm going to move all this at some point anyway, so... How are you feeling? A little bit better. She's probably going to give me a decent quest.
Filial duties weigh heavy.
Photography,
Fly
easy,
upon a
nice.
cloud.
What? Oh, take a picture of this sailing ship. Done.
A mind as fine as
She's
jade.
happy with that. What do you want, Ripley?
Here's the sort of caper I had. when first
Delivery.
starting out. Oh,
You're going to ask me for something I
I
probably
can't
either
get
aren't making or
anybody
don't want
to
to give
do
you.
it.
Yeah, shut up.
You'll get the job done and
Destroy.
done with. You hear?
All right,
Don't you
then.
go letting all barrel down.
Oh, that's easy. Enough.
Ready your aim.
A marriage of earth and heaven.
Right, now, we're coming to the weird bit. I don't want an alliance.
It is immoral.
Reason being, if you get into an alliance and then she goes to war with Beryl, you're dragged into it. So, through experience, it's best if you're going to be friendly with people, just leave them in the trade rights bit. Non-aggression pacts are great. You can have them.
A sage proposal.
Just meaning she's not going to attack
It's all
us.
prepared.
And you can be as friendly as possible with her, and it's, you know, it's not a problem. -10 to production. That's not great. So I'm going to try and possibly get Beryl.
Kind of you to say.
Yeah.
No matter what you really think of all.
So this is saying here, chance of success is 0 on these. So there's no point in asking her for these. So medium high, he's certain to accept that, but he's going to charge me for it. Ah, great. That's cool. Near
Of
certain.
course,
There we go.
many.
And trade rights.
This is a right old coat.
Nice. There we go.
You'll soon be making a name for yourself.
Fantastic. Do you want to join in? No, you don't want to be part of the party. That's your own fault. And these are kind of cool to have. Medium height. She's going to ask for money though with that.
Aye, maybe there was good in me once.
Flattery
Then it died
doesn't cost you
overnight.
anything. It just wears off as to how useful it is as you go. I was just going to say, where the hell are you going? Oh, look at you go. Because that's a wind ship, there's no way it's really going to get away from this. Let's grab that.
Rudder.
And then she wants us to take it here. Oh, there's orcas everywhere. Isn't that just lovely? Right, okay, so. What are we lacking for you workers?
Work, sleep,
School.
humdrum.
Church and a beer would be nice. Like there's a church. So that helps you a little bit more, but you need a school. Let's check the school here. I could do something fun with that, but I'm just gonna maybe make like a little bit of a park area. The more higher the tiers you go through on the populations, the more things you have that you can play around with.
I heard a whisper you took care of it.
Yeah, I did.
Hit the nail on the noggin, you
Let's
have.
just bring it back.
Coordinates plotted.
Let's just fill it with that. So I need some 25 bricks. So we'll just wait for that to build up. How much money am I making on this island? 610, and I'm still 45 there, so we're still going good. Still amassing a fortune, which is nice, that's what we want. Don't want to know anything about you, notifications, don't need anything about that. This industry is a bit slow.
Look busy.
Right, I'm going to add you to the sell list. I'm going to sell anything that's lower than 50. Same for these. I'm going to sell anything that's lower than 30. Right, to speed the game up just so we can try and get some bricks. Meanwhile, I'm just going to have a quick...
No one turns down Wibble's socks.
Guess what I just did. Right, we want to have a look at... Oh! Let's just slow the game down again. A second.
On our way.
So I've just unlocked from one of the missions in my items here an angler. They go in the Harbour Master's office, as you can see, and they give you a 10% productivity boost to fisheries. These
What
things.
brings you here, Master?
Kind of useful. Expedition bonus is hunting. Expeditions will be locked later on. We'll show you that as we go, but I think that's probably going to be in next episode. I was kind of hoping we could bump our way up to the next tier of people before we finished on this one, but I don't think it's looking like that's possible.
We're all full up.
Just add this to the list of things we shall trade. Hopefully somebody will buy stuff. Right. We're nearly there. I probably should start making these guns and stuff as well, but because I am vulnerable right now, I've only got one ship. As you can see through here, I need artisans, which is the next tier, to get these ships unlocked before I can make them. So I'm just waiting for one more brick. And there's your school. So now, hopefully, there we go. So he's ready to go up, but I need more bricks for this first.
Cream of the crop.
I don't need 2, 3 there. Right, artisans are...
Those who wish to grow must themselves grow others. Some people fish.
I'm just thinking
others
design-wise
disturb
how I
the
want it to
water.
look. Artisans are probably the building I want to have in this shape. But I think what I probably could do with is having this as all like kind of terraced houses. So we're gonna have one. Let's start moving things around a bit. Bear with me. This may obviously alter how well certain facilities cover certain areas. But we'll deal with that as we come across it. I'm kind of going for that general, like Dickinsonian, ugly city kind of look. Because it's a gritty townspeople, you know, everything's just crammed into one area. And then we'll kind of get more lavish as we get out. So do I make that the edge? That's a lot of people. That's got to be enough, surely. I need to try and incorporate some form of parks or something. Just don't want it to look too ugly, even though I am going for an ugly look.
Don't even mind me.
Maybe I'll have like a park or something there. I'll try and keep certain things. Maybe I'll keep how these things are laid out. Oh, well, you're doing okay, that's fine. Yeah. Everything's kind of reaching where I want it to reach. So maybe I'll keep it similar to what I've got it as. sort of garden then.
Here, you have a smut on your teeth.
Now I'll recreate this kind of farmhouse kind of living look elsewhere in the city later on. But that's kind of coming along now. Obviously I'm not going to upgrade it just yet anyway. But, just paving the way. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. These guys here. You're going to be my new chaps. I wonder, should I do like a little separation block there? Separate the riffraff. Ooh. Okay, so just finished doing that. And they'll have beautification in there. Not ignore these bits here. Oh, that reminds me of what I actually used to do. That's a better way of doing it. Rah! I forgot about that. Okay, so one of the things I used to do, which I quite like the look of, was with my terraced house, and I would leave like this little bit here, and you kind of create like a little lane. I quite like that look, the look of that. I might do that. Not this episode, clearly. We'll faff with that a little bit later. In the meantime, can I actually upgrade anyone?
Boredom turns you onto the bad
Oh,
stuff.
we haven't got enough fish. Built too many houses. Let's build a fishery right.
Every field has its weeds.
We're going to upgrade the next building, the next person that we can, and then we're going to end the episode. Just as soon as that fishing comes through. There we go. It's a coming. We're still not making enough fish. Oh. Okay. Oh, is that because of this thing? Right. Upgrade my harbour.
You need a
That'll
warehouse,
take
you
more
do.
deliveries. Oh, and the problem here is this bit. The fact that that's not actually connected. That would have helped. Still not happy. You've just been upgraded, man. Okay, so they're okay for everything except for beer. I'll need to build, get some beer next episode anyway. Yeah, that's fine.
I too
There
hope
you
to
go.
spread good and truthful news.
Okay, so that's not necessarily where the building's going to be. But you
You
can see
reached a new milestone.
new kind of style they've got. They're going to be going into these kind of districts. I'm going to beautify things over here. Now we start moving into things
All
like
I
windows,
ever desired was a place to
canned
live
foods,
and work.
town halls. They, as with the other people, so they're going to need all of these things
After all.
with the addition of town halls. Now we've got expeditions. So yeah, we'll dig into all of that next episode. We'll have a little look at artisans, We'll try and populate some more islands maybe. We'll do some expeditions, which means we'll open up some new regions, which is going to be quite cool. So I think we just do the New World to start off with, which is a kind of like a South American feel to it. So yeah, that's going to be quite cool. We'll look into doing that. We'll need to build a bit of a fleet, try and make defences, and generally just move from there. So now we've got a good solid foundation to build on, so I'm feeling quite happy with this. I will change things, as I said before. I'm going to go with the aesthetic of putting a lane through these things just because I think it looks really cool. And yeah, we'll go from there. So thank you again for watching, as always. I'm MJ86, and if you liked, then press the like button. If you didn't like it, then sorry. Please leave comments in the section below. I can get back to you. And yeah, any advice on what I can do in the next episode or what you'd like to see, that would be great. Otherwise, take care, have fun, and I'll see you next time.